Greetings, fellow seekers of truth. Today, we embark on an extraordinary journey to explore the fascinating concept of end times prophecies. But hold on tight, because we're exploring it from a unique perspective, full preterist eschatology. Welcome to On Scripture's Videos, the channel where we unravel the mysteries of Scripture. Let's now dive into the 10 profound points that unveil end times prophecies through the lens of full preterist eschatology. Point 1. Destruction of the Temple. Matthew chapter 24 verses 1 to 2 KJV. And Jesus went out, and departed from the temple. And his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another, that shall not be thrown down. Did you know that Matthew chapter 24 verses 1 to 2 reveals that Jesus prophesied the destruction of the temple? Full preterists believe that this event, recorded in 70 AD, marked the fulfillment of Jesus' words. Point 2. The Great Tribulation. Matthew chapter 24 verse 21 KJV. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. As mentioned in Matthew chapter 24 verse 21, Jesus foretold a time of great tribulation. Full preterists interpret this as the Jewish-Roman War of 66 to 70 AD, where countless lives were tragically lost. Point 3. The Resurrection. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 52 KJV. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 52 speaks of the resurrection. Full preterists perceive this verse as referring to the spiritual resurrection rather than a literal bodily resurrection. Point 4. The Rapture. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 17 KJV. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 17, a rapture-like event is described. Full preterists argue that this verse symbolically refers to the spiritual elevation experienced by believers during that time. Point 5. The Day of the Lord. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10 KJV. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. According to 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10, the day of the Lord is predicted. Full preterists view this as a metaphorical representation of God's judgment upon Jerusalem, a historical event in 70 AD also written by Josephus Flavius in his book The Jewish War. Point 6. New Heaven and New Earth. Isaiah chapter 65 verse 17 KJV. For, behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. Isaiah chapter 65 verse 17 speaks of a new heaven and earth. Full preterists contend that these verses symbolize God's redemptive work, manifesting in the establishment of the new covenant. Point 7. The Abomination of Desolation. Matthew chapter 24 verse 15 KJV. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. Matthew chapter 24 verse 15 presents the abomination of desolation. Full preterists believe this referred to the profane acts committed by the Roman army during the Jewish-Roman War. Point 8. The Second Coming. Matthew chapter 10 verse 23 KJV. But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel, till the Son of Man be come. In Matthew chapter 10 verse 23, Jesus speaks of his second coming. Full preterists interpret this as Jesus' prophetic announcement of the destruction of Jerusalem. Point 9. Imminence. Matthew chapter 16 verse 28 KJV. Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here, which shall not taste of death, till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Matthew chapter 16 verse 28 suggests the imminent return of Jesus. Full preterists propose that these verses have a historical context, referring to the transfiguration to be witnessed by some disciples. Point 10 God's victory over death, the Old Covenant ended. Revelation chapter 21 verse 4 KJV. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. And there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying. Neither shall there be any more pain. For the former things are passed away. Lastly, Revelation chapter 21 verse 4 speaks of God's victory over the Old Covenant. Full preterists view this as a heavenly declaration made after the fall of Jerusalem and the destruction of the temple, representing the triumph of faith. The beginning of the New Covenant. And there you have it. 10 astounding points exploring end times prophecies through the lens of full preterist eschatology. Dive into this intriguing perspective, broaden your understanding, and come up with your own conclusions. Remember, keep exploring, keep questioning, and always stay hungry for the truth. Until we meet again, may God's wisdom guide your journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to spread enlightenment.